The purpose of education is to know God and to make Him known. Classical Conversations is a community-based homeschool program that meets weekly to equip parents and students with the classical tools of learning needed to discover the order and beauty of God's creation. Classical Conversations programs model the 3 stages of classical learning: grammar, dialectic, and rhetoric.
I think the best thing about Classical Conversations is the way that it's set up, where we do meet weekly as a group, where the children have all come prepared and they've all learned the material that they'd worked on the week before in class. And so when we get together, we're able to play review games and really grill that information into the children. But it also still provides the homeschooling environment, just with a nice curriculum set up.
Using age-appropriate methods, children are taught the tools for studying any subject.
Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Austin, Texas, drive up to here, Colorado, Denver, Colorado, Santa Fe, New Mexico. Good job.
The classical model emphasizes mastery of facts during the early years. This gives students a foundation on which to build later learning and a solid framework where ideas can be categorized and compared as students mature.
It provides for our family, and specifically for my daughter, some much needed structure around which her education can be enhanced. And we've seen that already.
Our challenge programs provide classical Christian community for homeschool families with students in 7th through 12th grades. Based on the classical model of education, students at this age move into the dialectic and rhetoric phases of learning as they study math, sciences, classic literature, writing, debate, and much more. Students develop and strengthen the lifelong learning skills of grammar, exposition, debate, logic, rhetoric, and research.
There's a scope and sequence to everything, from history to science to all of it, and that God is an orderly God. And He structures things in certain ways, and that we can see that all the way through. God's a logical God.
Classical Conversations communities exist to complement your home-centered education and connect you with like-minded families.
I grew up in the public school system, and I realized everything I learned, I memorized to get a good grade. And now I am loving to learn, and I want my children to have that love for learning, and that's what they are. They're enjoying it very much so.
Lansing, Michigan, Columbus, Ohio.
Each community is facilitated by a trained parent director, and classes are led by trained parent tutors who model the classical tools of learning. Tutors have the privilege of encouraging students toward becoming lifelong learners, while also encouraging parents in the classical teaching of their children.
As a parent who is a Christian and wants to instill those values in my child, it's imperative that we give the children not only the tangible aspect of, the creation all the way through the different biblical aspects that you would get in the Old Testament and the New Testament, but also how it incorporates, how it involves science, how the math is connected to the science and the science is all connected to God.
One of the greatest benefits of joining our CC community is it provides a place for your students to enjoy other students. Kids love the chance to interact, play, and have some fun as they are, incidentally, making beautiful music on the tin whistle or learning Socratic logic. And let's face it, homeschooling is hard work. Parents need a place to plug in and support one another too.
She likes the information, and actually the amount of new information that she's assimilating. And that's a bit of a challenge for her, but that's why we have her here, is she needed that challenge.
I can hear my 5-year-old sing throughout the house about Robert E. Lee to the Declaration of Independence to Abraham Lincoln, and it's amazing that they're learning this history and they're enjoying it. They're having fun with it.
Join us for our open house Monday, February 27th, 8:30 to 3 at Lake Wildwood Baptist Church in the Lake Wildwood community.